Now time for the 7 things you'll be talking about today. Number 7.
Auburn's Johni Broome very upset yesterday after Auburn's 79-73 loss to the heroic and virtuous Florida Gators in the Final Four. He went scoreless in the final 15 minutes after there were fears that he was suffering from injuries that had kept him out of previous games and practices. And I'll tell you, the guy was obviously hurt. He was obviously hurting, but he tried to gut through it. He just didn't succeed. Auburn's 12 second-half turnovers really did them in. Florida's clutch shooting, also a big role of this. But the National Player of the Year was reflective, looking back, and said it's been a special year, probably the best of my life. I used to say that in college, too. He said, I wanted to win a national championship. It hurts. This team was special. Okay. Sorry, Auburn.
Number 6.
Attorney General Pam Bondi has benched Justice Department Attorney Esri Renuvni for not vigorously defending the Trump administration's deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia to an El Salvadorian prison. The media continues to call this a quote-unquote mistake because the individual, just keep this in mind, the individual who was supposed to defend their position called to that in court, and now they have, of course, removed him from the case because he did not want to defend his client. They have ordered this guy returned to Maryland. Yes, bring back the MS-13. They were chanting that at a rally. Bring them back! They let millions of these people in. I'm not surprised that they want to bring straight-up MS-13 terrorists back, but they want to do that. It doesn't look like the Trump administration is interested in doing that. We'll see if they actually do when push comes to shove.
Number 5.
Speaking of MS-13 members and the like, Alabama is one step closer to having its own Laken Riley Act passed. The bill would empower state and local law enforcement to work with federal agencies on immigration enforcement and allow arrests of suspected illegal aliens, or as we like to call them in the real world, illegal immigrants. So it allows them to arrest these guys. It mandates quarterly jail reports on foreign nationals and permits local officers to transport undocumented individuals to federal custody. Obviously, Democrats have concerns because, they want the votes, I guess, of these illegals, MS-13 members, and basically anyone else that wants to come into this country illegally and remake it in their own crappy image. This is mostly about discrimination for them against Hispanics and immigrants, but the bill will be another attempt for the Alabama legislature to address the illegal immigration issue here.
Number 4.
State Senator Greg Albritton says his comprehensive gambling bill, with provisions for lottery, electronic gambling in 6 locations, sports betting, and a casino compact with the Forest Creek Indians, was murdered last week, leading Albritton to assert the issue is dead for at least 20 years. Well, what I found most amusing about this again, me, is that yesterday TV stations were still reporting about the bill. It's been dead since Thursday. Just so you know, so local TV stations, you guys are doing a fantastic job on this. Way to stay on top of absolutely everything. Just A+ work on this particular issue. You guys are doing great. Senate President Pro Tem Garland Gudger of Coleman announced the matter dead again on Thursday and basically said this isn't coming up. Is it dead for 20 years? I don't know. They've been talking about it for 25 since 1999, a little before that. I have a hard time believing it's dead for 20 years.
Number 3.
Oh boy, the stock market not doing great here. Lost $6 trillion on paper, triggered by President Donald Trump's sweeping tariff plan. But his officials, including Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, took to the Sunday shows to talk about those tariffs. Listen, he said they will proceed without delay. It will not be rescinded because CNN's Jake Tapper pouts on television or your grandmother wails into a microphone at the park about penguins. They argued that the policy prioritizes revitalizing American manufacturing and national security over short-term market concerns, even as economists warn of inflation and political a potential recession. These people, again, a couple weeks ago, were experts on gender, government staffing, immigration law, the price of eggs, COVID a couple of years ago, you name it. They know it all, and now they know all about tariffs.
Number 2.
Well, some nations are starting to move towards Trump's position, including Taiwan, India, UK, and others. It is also very apparent that there is going to be some short-term pain. That short-term pain has been laid out pretty well, I believe, by Tommy Tuberville, the United States Senator from Alabama, who's pointing out that, hey, look, it's necessary. This is a necessary shift. And he says this will protect American manufacturing and consumers. Tuberville highlighted Alabama's catfish farmers and car manufacturers, arguing the policy counters foreign dumping and boosts domestic sales. Even if the short-term price increases, uncertainty and recession fears dominate the headlines. Dominating it right now. What is the end game? What is the end game of all of this? The end game is to help the American economy. If that works, Trump will do.
Now, time for the number 1 thing you'll be talking about today.
Millions of protesters took to the streets over the weekend. This time, what was it about? I don't know. I had to go to their website to figure it out because there were a bunch of signs being waved by people who couldn't even tell you exactly what they were there for. I don't know. Trump is like a foreign policy ignoramus and an economic ignoramus and a threat to America all at the same time. Okay, good. This time they were telling President Donald Trump, the elected president, and Elon Musk, somebody appointed by the elected president to root out waste, to take their hands off the government. Yes, this one was about taking your hands off the government. Hey, President Trump, take your hands off the government. Reminds me of one of my favorite scenes from any movie ever. Back to the Future. Hey, you, take your damn hands off her. I don't know why we're talking about Biff and George McFly, but that's okay. That's what I remember. Anyway, take your hands off the government. Undoubtedly, the crowds were boosted by a sympathetic media and a stock market slide on Thursday and Friday that continues into today. At Birmingham's Railroad Park, a 50-51 organizer, 50 states, 50 protests, one movement, I think is what it is. I love the media here. They went to a guy named Stentor. He's the guy who organized this. His name is Stentor. That's journalism, everybody. Hey, what's your name, guy in a mask? Oh, my name is Stentor. He claimed a bipartisan crowd was there to yell about alleged but non-existent Social Security cuts. Close to 1,000 protesters gathered at Big Spring Park in Huntsville. Hundreds gathered in Tuscaloosa, and thousands rallied in New York City's Bryant Park to oppose Trump's policies in their latest protests that included Nazi imagery, calls for violence, clamoring for gangbangers to return to the United States, incoherent, misspelled signs, and more as organizers seek to keep the left wing of the country in a constant state of agitation. This is clearly working, so it should come as no surprise that there is another protest planned for April 19th. So keep your signs. Get out there. Orange Man bad. Get out there and make it happen. You guys, by the way, good job this weekend. I said you'd have about 200. You guys got about 1,000 out there. So that's good. Keep up the good work of constant protesting. It's super important, and you guys are doing something. Look at you. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're doing it. You're doing it. What are you doing? I don't know. Can you explain it? No. Is it about penguins? That's why I saw a bunch of signs about penguins. So I need to know about that. But I appreciate your energy and your fire. I just wish you weren't so damn stupid. Wouldn't it be amazing if you put some of this energy towards something that might matter? No? Okay, well, good job, guys. You did it. Congratulations. Trump has resigned, and it's all said and done, and you guys won the whole thing. So congratulations. You better keep this energy up. You got about 3 years and 9 months left. Just think about that. This is your life now, so enjoy it. Enjoy it, you pathetic losers. Let's take a quick time out here. We'll come back. We'll call them losers a whole bunch more, so keep it locked. We got J-Town coming up here in just a little bit, so don't miss that. Stay tuned.